this story out of Florida is sort of fascinating. There were several Florida state Senate seats where there were candidates for these positions in some very close races, where somebody financed third-party candidates who would register as just independents, some of whom would have the same name as the Democrat running. People who spent no money in their campaigns whatsoever received one contribution to their campaigns each, which was just self-loans to pay for the filing fees. And a political action committee called Our Florida paid for all of its printed flyers and whatnot. And it is very difficult to find out who actually paid or funds the PACs, because of course this is all dark money. This is a story from the local news 10 down in Miami. And you had a Democratic candidate, Jose Javier Rodriguez, who lost to the Republican. There was 208,000 votes, and he lost by like 65 votes. And the third party candidate, no party affiliation, who did absolutely no campaigning, was a man named Alex Rodriguez, and he received 3% of the vote, or more than 6,300 votes. There were other similar dynamics happening in that race. And so I guess the real question is that was there not just what happened in this state Senate race, but was this a practice across the country? And I don't know if it's illegal to do that, frankly. Anybody can run as far as I know, but it is it's an important dynamic to look out for. And maybe I don't know how you deal with something like that, but it is was a problem. Also, great piece in gizmodo.com saying that no, there was no glitch in the Michigan election software. It just wasn't updated. The software wasn't properly updated by the user there. So there was no, I mean, there have been countless numbers at this point of accusations around the country, countless numbers by the Trump administration and the campaign, none of which, even if you add them all up, would change the outcome of this election, many of which completely disintegrate as soon as they get to court, when they have to admit to a judge that actually, no, there's no fraud here. It's just a little bit weird. I saw one clip of a CNN host looking at the list of supposed suspicious voters from Nevada. And they were suspicious because they were all coming from these very strange states with acronyms that nobody knew, but they all turned out to be basically military votes. And then you had the biggest law firm working on the Trump, election denial tour, Snell and Wilmer, firm representing Trump in the Arizona election litigation. Arizona, incidentally, I think it was called for yesterday officially for Biden. That Snell and Wilmer has withdrawn from the case. They don't say explicitly why, but it's quite clear they didn't want to be associated with the charade that's going on now. Still, we have Republicans who are refusing to say, hey, what Donald Trump is doing is wrong. And then they, of course, get the benefit of saying it in private, and then everybody gives them that benefit. Well, I don't think they should get that benefit. I think if you're told something in private, then keep it to yourself. That's what I say, particularly if you're a Democratic politician or if you're a member of the press. Because why do people accept the premise that they're lying in public, but they're not lying in private? I don't think they care in private either. I think this is a CYA operation. Make them pay a political price for what they're doing in public. And at one point, Mitch McConnell apparently assumes this is going to help him in Georgia. Well, that Georgia runoff election for Warnock versus Loeffler and Ossoff versus Perdue, that happens January 5th. They can't maintain this charade until then. Most of the supposedly contested, but not really contested states have a deadline by the end of this month, I believe, to have their electors in. So we will see how that goes.